Welcome back to the Holy Rollers D&D group. This is campaign 3 and session 12. And somehow these yahoos keep coming back, so we're going to keep playing, y'all. Um, if you would please, as a way to help us get our algorithm juiced and going, comment wherever you're watching this from. That would be really awesome. We love to know if we have any international viewers. We'd love to know how many of our 50 states are viewing us, and it would really help us get a little more visibility on various platforms. So wherever you're seeing us, please comment where you are watching from. Um, I'm Stephanie, I'm your DM. We are joined by Brandon, who is playing Red Netherroot, our cleric, Dennis, who is playing Lytle Defernden, a bi-class of sorcerer and rogue, Jesse, who is playing Ryker, um, Tor, who is our illusion wizard, Joffrey, who is playing a fighter um, named Rorn Baelgor. Sorry, guys. And last but not least, the couple who are playing Kyle and Rachel, who are playing Genji and Kenji, respectively. Two halves of one whole, if you will. Um, so, without further ado, let us kick off with prayer and then we will assign a recap dice. So, I rolled 17 for prayer, and so I'm going to take us before the Lord. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the goodness and the mercy that you shower upon us every day. Thank you for the providence that you give us. You promise that, even as the sparrows don't hit the ground without your knowledge, you take care of us. Please bless the rolls tonight for our uh, story. Please let it tell the story that you would have it tell. Bless the rolls for and against. And please help us to develop these characters in a way that glorifies you. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Okay, who would like to go for recap? Brandon did it last week, which is wise of him.
I'd like to try if you don't mind.
All right, get after it, Miss Rachel.
All right, I'll try to do like the Reddit version, very short and sweet.
Yeah,
You're
pitter,
fine.
pitter patter.
Yeah, right.
From what I recall, you guys just got done defeating like undead dogs or something like that.
Oh my God,
Undead
they were
dog.
wolves. They
Yeah,
were
sorry,
wolves.
sorry, dead puppies. Anyway,
Oh my God. Why do you
um,
like this?
Just need to throw her a bone.
okay, so then stuff happened, and Riker mouthed off to a god and got lightninged, like Hercules style.
It was
Um,
great.
and then Lytle found like this random hole that is like this big and crawled through it, and somehow Roran got through it too, and we got into this crypt thing, and we found a dragon statue, and Riker then like threw a whole bunch of fireballs into like a big room I didn't get to see, but like hopefully everything in there is dead. Um, and then went through another like hallway thing and set off some traps and found like this undead beholder thing and got defeated in what, like 2 rounds, I think is what I saw that. And that's
Yes.
all that's all I remember. I think, did I get the big parts at least?
You did. And it was a
Okay.
wolf. It was not a hole in the ground, it was a wolf's burrow. Because they're wolves, y'all. They're wolves, they're undead wolves, okay? It's like the
I'm
third one
sorry.
of you to not get it.
Did someone say dressel?
Yeah. So,
I know where you live, Joffrey.
actually,
Yes, and you now
Lytle
know the
was
pain
compelled.
of your players making light of your encounters.
Oh,
So,
gracious.
so, so Lytle was compelled to go through there. As he went in, he actually fell through the hole.
Yep.
No, a hole opened up. He fell through the floor.
Yep.
So you had that almost right, but he was compelled to go through there by Bahamut.
Oh, that's right. And then you fell down Alice in Wonderland style.
Yep, because I have a ring that lets me do that. Um, and then I wondered if I should do mending on the statue, but that would take forever. So
Mhm.
Yeah, yes,
Hey,
yes.
future note that I'd like to point out for the party moving forward, but we have two rogues in the party that are completely underutilized. Like I understand the whole like putting the tank before the group to take the brunt of the stuff, but why take unnecessary damage when rogues are literally made to handle scouting and traps?
Because one are pseudo
maybe-
road.
Maybe if the rogue player was here, no.
What happened to the DM cardboarding it? You know how
DM doesn't.
She cardboard him into the corner, and then the tank.
Yes. Yes, she cardboarded him into the shadows, only to come out if needed. And two, the other rogue is a glass freaking cannon who's puppeted by Dennis, who keeps going into melee combat.
He's
Scouting and traps. Scouting and traps.
Like he just, Dennis, I love you, but you don't understand rogues.
Just let me. He's working on it, and honestly, like
he's doing growth, character growth.
if the day ever comes,
the amount of times I facepalmed last episode just rewatching, and I'm like, rogues, people, rogues, come on.
well, so here's the thing. Yes, I can cardboard cut out you, but I also don't feel comfortable utilizing a bunch of your stuff when you're not around because that feels unfair.
Hey, you know how it goes.
Well,
At this point.
And two, if Lytle ever wants to die as a plot point and become something more tanky, that can be arranged. Just hit me up. He's like, no, thank you. Awesome. Rachel, thank you very much for your recap. Please take your inspiration for Kenji.
I did good. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did catch the part about. I'm sure Kyle would have done something off the wall and made it work last episode. That made me laugh very, very much.
Because he was
We know
literally
what to
like
expect.
minutes before that, he was like, "Man, I wish I was there because I would have done this, this, and this."
Yep, pretty much. We know our boy. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
His track record, that's a good deviate to further on. He does have a good track record. Only fails some of the time. More often than not, his harebrained stuff works.
Yep. Surprisingly enough, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep. That's what we need. We need a dreamer among us. Okay. So as you guys pop into the Roll20, looks like everyone's here. You stand victorious over the corpse of this goth. Gauth. Goth. Blood is cooling. Blood is coagulating. And these sputtering torches along this sanctuary's walls cast light, hesitant and fraught over the carnage you guys wrought in quick time, I might add. What would you like to do?
Is the skull still on the dais, or is the skull on the...
The skull is on the dais, and it's got some really pointed teeth marks in it from where this goth was gnawing on it. Somebody roll me... Actually, everybody roll me a nature or survival. Red, roll it with advantage.
Survival on Roar.
Survival or
24
what?
for Roars.
Hold up. Let's hear Red first. Sorry.
Survival
Everyone just
or what?
Or nature.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
I heard. Yep. 23.
Okay. Who else did better than that?
Oh, no.
Roar had a 20.
as well.
Okay.
Were we all supposed to roll at advantage?
Just Red.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? No.
I'm in danger.
Right. No. So everyone who rolled a 20 or higher knows that this is an extra dimensional being that was probably drawn here by the mud and rock slide damaging this skull, this pinpoint of necromantic energy through which this crypt can be raised, and was feeding on it. Goths are known to feed on large pools of magical energy, and this one definitely qualifies. You can also astutely observe that because of the leaking of this necromantic energy, it has actually infected the wolves whose den is above this structure. Uh, and that is why you had undead wolves that led you here.
I want to look at Red and be like, I know you said I can't loot the bodies of the ones in the caskets. What about this thing? Can I look at this thing? Or is it dead and counted as, like, will that be a violation of your code?
This one is fine.
Okay, just don't want to step on any toes, you know. Glances up. People are sensitive.
Listen, if that's what it took to get an attitude adjustment out of Ryker, it's lightning well spent as far as it is concerned. Roll me a
19 attitude adjustments don't really work.
what are you like? What would you like to look at or look for on this goth's corpse?
Well, I want to do an investigation. I'm multifaceted, like if whatever you want me to roll. I'm looking for anything useful for arcane or alchemical uses for it. And I don't
Yes.
know. Does this thing have like flabby body? Sorry, hold on.
Which one of your children is acting up now?
Both of
Probably
them,
Master
man.
Chief.
Destroying things.
Awesome.
Yeah. Either does it have? I'm looking for flabby pockets to see if it's got any grubby things tucked away.
Does not have any flabby pockets. Ryker,
Wow.
I do not like those words put together.
Right? Did he tuck anything into his folds?
What is
Yes,
this?
the loot has to be somewhere.
What is this?
I mean, ladies do the, you know. So I mean,
All right, moving on. Rord is going to go up to the dais and he's going to grab the necromantic skull to hand to Red.
Okay, I
What is
must have
this?
missed.
What is this? My 600-pound life? You just find a peanut butter sandwich 6 months old up in there? Oh God. You find some eye stalks that would probably be either useful for selling or useful in alchemical preparations. Roll me a d8.
what were they called?
Eye stalks. The
Eye
stalks
stalk.
that were shooting little things at you.
SDALKS.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? An 8?
No, I rolled a 1.
You find one eye stalk that's still salvageable, and you take that and cut it off and probably hang it off of your pouch so that it doesn't rot in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I think I can do.
Wait,
Might
the
have
things rot in the bag of holding?
Oh yeah, they do.
Really, there's no air. Oxygen free.
Ask mushrooms what happens in an anaerobic environment.
Okay, I was messing with the baby. Did Ryker just shove his hand up somewhere on the beholder? Like
No.
what just happened?
Into some folds.
Ew, that's almost worse.
I don't like the word choices that were occurring right now. So no.
The word choices you're getting.
Also, out of curiosity, I did see last session that Ryker destroyed a bunch of the sarcophaguses or whatever. Are we
Yes, he
not
did.
destroying the other ones just in case, or are we thinking there's
No,
loot
we are.
there?
We gotta do all of it. So
Yeah. Bahamut expects you to cleanse this place
Yep.
of its undead infection. So that includes, I imagine, taking out the undead in these sarcophagi. You
Okay.
handed the skull off the plinth, off of the altar, to Red. What do you expect Red to do with it, Rorn?
That's a great question.
Well, because Red was the one. Rorn saw Red when we resurrected the first time. Go to check the skull, and nothing happened last time. So he is bringing him a skull that looks like it is still active, and giving him a chance to look at this one.
That's fair. The energy coming off of it is kind of sporadic and broken. It's clearly damaged in some way.
It's
Red,
just
would
like
you
me,
like to roll?
trash.
No, like red, you mean? No, what would you like to look for to understand, or what would you like to understand about this skull?
Hmm. Probably its function.
Okay.
Like, what's its purpose? Why is this the second one that we have found like this in a crypt?
What's your highest relevant skill? Arcana or religion?
Religion's a +5. Investigation's a +9.
Okay, I'll let you roll investigation.
Oh, that's sweet. 25, 16 on the die.
Good lord. So 2 of these is enough of a pattern for you to notice. They seem to be cropping up in places where there are undead stashed away. It kind of cements in your head what you've been wondering ever since you made it, to the first town you went to, which was Beldrin. What is keeping the population of this continent from rising up in rebellion? It can't be just the undead who wander their streets. There's a finite number of them. So, if there were crypts, secret crypts, all over the land that threatened at the press of a button, at the extension of a spell to rise and march and destroy a town that got a little too big for its britches, that would be a very useful deterrent. And you have found 2 of them now. You were resurrected in one, and you found this one at Bahamut's urging. This skull, you can tell from the energy coming off of it, is the mechanism by which this crypt can be raised. It is the satellite link to the regime that allows them to raise it with the net stones from a distance.
I want to see if I have something. I appreciate knowing all of that, and I will relay that information. I'm going to cast Sending.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out to Lyra.
What are you going to say?
We found another skull in a buried crypt. Seems to be connected to the stone. Do you know anything about this? Miss you whole bunches.
At the first few words, you hear a, "Oh," as if you startle her. And then silence as she listens, and then silence for about 30 seconds while she plans out her message. And she replies with, "Miss you too." Net stone connected to skulls is not the one I was involved with. Don't know much about it, but will investigate.
You got one more if she wanted.
Safe.
I will nod and smile and relay to the group that I have checked in with the expert.
Wonderful. There's a few more crypts, or not a few more crypts, there's a few more sarcophagi, coffins left in this room. How would you all like to go about dispatching them?
I'll be using Celestial Burst cantrip.
Okay.
Decent damage if you do it over and over again.
I was gonna say the only thing that I have that would do it would be Firebolt, and that would just hit one at a time.
Yeah, I will help. I'll help Ryker with the Celestial Burst.
All right. So
Kenji
you guys,
could Ashy if
How
needed.
dry? How dry are these coffins?
quite.
Rord will go over to the pre-existing, take his torch, put it into the fire, light a torch, and while they're doing that, he will be on the other side and just going down the line, just tap, 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 slow, methodically, going down the room, lighting them all on fire.
Smoke rises in the air of this lofty ceilinged sanctuary.
Oh yeah, we should have thought about
As
that.
well, it's got vaulted ceilings. It's held up by pillars, after all.
It's like, awesome. Ventilation's a thing in this world.
Not after a mudslide / rock slide buried this place, but even so, you're not gonna be like hanging around. So between fire bolts, celestial bursts, and literally just setting the coffins on fire, you dispatch all of these sleeping undead. Where would you like to go next?
Lytle moves out into the hallway. As I walk out, so my passive perception being a 20.
Yeah.
Just with that alone, does he sense anything happening anywhere else in the build, like movement or some sense of dread or anything like that from the actions they've taken? I mean, they've made a lot of noise. They've killed a goth. They've done something with the skull. So he's kind of wondering if anything may be around that is going to be dangerous for them.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
It's 20 feet.
How about a 27?
Okay. So you don't have any more dread than what you would normally experience being underground in a decrepit, just desecrated temple to your air quotes god. With and
God.
you know, yes, with the knowledge of the fact that it's infested with undead. You do smell a certain degree of death coming from, if you're looking at the map the way it's arranged currently, the left side of the corridor you are currently in.
Mhm.
Basically the corridor end where you have not been yet.
Right.
But that's about all you can sense right now.
Seeing how he knows that everybody else is dealing with that, he's going to, using stealth, come over here to this door because he wants to see what's in it.
Yeah.
So he will use stealth.
Okay.
You want me to roll that?
Yes, please.
Okay. 19, 29, 32.
Okay. You are quiet as the grave. Quite literally.
Yeah.
Before you look through that door, let me just ask Red one quick question. Do
Yeah.
you, how long does your dog thing and your spiritual weapon last?
Oh shoot! I completely forgot about those things.
Do they need to come with you?
That is an excellent question. Spiritual weapon, I know for sure it just goes away.
Okay.
I will
one.
let you know about Ghost Puppy.
Okay. We'll let Ghost Puppy hang out with the goth corpse. Lytle, as you peer into this room, you notice a lot more sarcophagi, each of them bearing a sigil. Yes, sigil similar to
It
the ones
lasts
that
an
were on the
hour.
coffins. Okay, thank you. It'll come with you then. Similar to the ones that you can move him, by the way, you were raised from, and
Mhm.
by the thin light of a guttering torch on the far wall, uh, no movement, no sound, in a rather enclosed space. What would you like to do?
So I'm before I move or try to open this door or anything. So I've just kind of peered in.
Yep,
Um,
it's already
I,
open, actually.
okay, but even with it open, I'm
Sure.
investigating for traps,
Yep.
for anything that seems out of the ordinary. In other words, did something just open this door recently? Kind of
Um,
thing.
roll me a investigation.
How about an 18?
Awesome. So you can tell from the dust and debris on the floor in this like door swing zone that this door has not been opened or shut in some time. Um, you can tell by the amount of dust on the knob that it has not been turned in some time. All signs point to this crypt having been abandoned or secreted away long before it was buried by this mud and rock slide.
And you said the sigils are something I recognized?
Yep, there's something that was on the coffins that y'all were raised from too. It's essentially the terminal end of the enchantment that lies on the skull, the glowing skull that you guys are now
Oh,
familiar
okay.
with.
So at this point, he's just gonna tell Riker, I think we need to just fireball this entire room.
Oh, I'm not gonna waste that kind of magic. But I could do celestial.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Take
How
my time.
packed is it? So, in other words, if you were to set one or two on fire, would it just like spread quickly because they're that packed?
Um, there's still enough, if I think of an air gap. You might want to start a fire in multiple places. Plus, if you walk away without having started the fire and efficiently and effectively done what Bahamut set you out to do, you kind of
Yeah, I'm just
fail.
gonna use radiant. I'm just. Oh, my spell is just radiant damage. It's not gonna be a fire. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like it's a flare basically, but it does damage. It might take 20 minutes or so, but I'll just be
Well,
methodical and
while you're
just.
doing that, he's gonna be shooting firebolts at several of them, catching
Hmm.
them on fire to help it out,
Yeah.
making
You guys
sure
work
that
together.
yeah,
Even with cantrips, you guys can work together to efficiently and effectively uh, take out these sleeping undead. Um,
Cantrips work well if you have plenty of time.
yes, if you
yeah,
have enough time and people, you can do it.
Roran will stay
So,
outside the hallway and just let the cannons do their work since
yep.
they're not asking for help in this matter. And hey, someone should be looking out and making sure that nothing is coming towards them.
right,
Hmm. Seems like Genji and Kenji have taken the other wing and are also watching.
That would be correct.
Okay,
yeah,
just making
and so basically just
Did you
setting
tell them
out
that?
all our things until we are sure that everything is on fire and burning
yep,
correctly.
correct. Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Like the coffins are ablaze and
Yeah.
slowly disintegrating, and so are the bodies within.
Mm, okay.
So you have you've essentially done that room. Lytle,
So
as you come down this corridor, you hear a fountain, um,
okay.
like a trickling sound coming from right about here.
Okay. He he tells Rorn to hold on a second. He's gonna go investigate something. If you hear me scream, please come running. Um, and using stealth, he comes down the stairs to right there to see what he can see.
Okay. It's
And
what
will
used to
be
be Oh,
1629.
okay. I was gonna give it to you based on your passive. It's not like it's
Oh,
a mystery, but thank you for
yeah.
rolling regardless. Um, it's what used to be a shrine for Bahamut. It has been unfortunately thoroughly desecrated. Um, with that 29, there is blood in this fountain, and you dip a finger in it and you bring it to your nose, and it smells faintly of sulfur. And with a start, like a wrench in your gut that doesn't even feel like it's from you, it feels like Bahamut's dimly echoed horror in your own body. It's dragon's blood.
Ugh.
And then it comes together in your head. The blood that's been spattered along the walls and the floors of this temple to the platinum dragon is the blood of his own kin.
Do we
Probably
need to use
dying.
do we need to do like maid stuff and
I
clean
was
up
gonna
all the
say
blood?
I will start using Mary Poppins to try to clean out this whole area, this whole little area as much as I can.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, at this point, I am thoroughly just
Livid.
um
You're livid
yeah,
on his behalf.
livid on his behalf. I cannot believe that this would happen, and I want it to be as clean as possible when I walk out of here, as I can humanly do it. So I will do it literally until exhaustion takes over if I have to.
All right, you're gonna communicate that? I mean, Riker can help you if you
Yeah,
communicate.
I will say that probably since Riker and I are still connected, I will probably let him know my level of of loathing for what happened here and my level of being livid and
Mm.
what I plan on doing, that I am going to cleanse this fountain of the dragon's blood as much as possible. And if I pass out, just you'll have to drag me out because I'm not leaving it till it's clean.
Uh, yeah, that Riker doesn't really argue or complain because Lydell doesn't get mad very often, so it's pretty serious when he gets.
I was gonna say this
I'll
would be
just help.
something that Riker would probably understand as, oh, this isn't normal.
This is
Yeah, so
abnormal behavior for Lytle.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll help him clean too. So like any blood spatters or whatever, I'll use Mary Poppins on it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Um
so that might take a while, but
yeah, it probably will. Um let's see, what time is it? You were
It's
still you hunted that goat at night. The wolves
yeah,
came at night. It's
yeah.
probably approaching dawn by the time you finish cleansing this temple. Um,
aren't we going to try and push a little bit more today so that we could get back on the right schedule?
That was the plan.
Yeah, so well, I mean, once we get this place clean and like clean-ish, I mean, it's a full of bodies, but as soon as we get clean-ish and or at least undesecrated, we can maybe get a little bit further down the road before we stop and camp. I thought.
the cleansing of fire is a universally understood method. There may be bodies, charred remains, but they have been touched, they've been kissed by flame. Um,
And
they
I'm
are
sure
no,
before, yeah.
yeah. Where would y'all like to go next?
So I will say if we've cleaned that,
Mm-hmm.
the last thing that Lida will do in that area is he
Mm-hmm.
will take one of his small stones and
Mm-hmm.
he will place it at the altar as his
Riker, stop.
as his what do you call that?
Homage.
Yeah. Like, I did it. Let this be the first thing for you. Because they mean a lot to him, so
That's really beautiful. As the last specks of blood on the floor are whisked away by the magic you possess, and the last of the coffins crumbles to a heap of embers and ash, you feel this place seemingly breathe a sigh of relief, like a long held breath is exhaled. And you feel a presence, steady, sure, re envelop this space. And the air tastes cleaner. Even the stones seem lighter colored in the presence of this entity. You feel Bahamut redescend, his presence rest in this place. Good job, guys.
That brings Lytle so much joy.
Ryker, you in the course of your cleaning frenzy aren't really paying much attention. And as you step on those stairs, uh you hear a click. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ryker. That's a 3 on the die.
Oh
Oof.
God.
That so for a total of a 6.
Oof. Hold, please. You take 7 piercing damage as a statue on the far wall of this corridor fires spikes at you. Not darts, spikes. And it, yeah, gives you the good old perforation. Does anyone respond to his cry of pain?
Let me ask you a question. After that happens, can Lytle hear
Oh, yeah.
something restarting itself? Like resetting itself?
Yes. Move your token accordingly. The spikes came from, hang on, I will find. They came from here.
Oh, okay. Over here?
Yep, that's the wall they fired
Okay.
from, and where Ryker is on those steps is the trigger point.
Okay. So at this point, I will, investigate to find out what the trap is, and then I will try to undo it so it cannot hurt us anymore.
Okay, roll me
I will
investigation.
stumble over here and try and get the spikes out of my butt.
So that's
Yeah,
a natural 20 on the die,
nice.
and investigation is 6, so 26.
Perfect. You understand this trap quite easily. You've run into it in a few places over the course of your career. Classic spike trap.
Okay.
Roll me a, since you rolled a natural 20 on the dice to investigate it and understand it, roll me with advantage a sleight of hand to disarm it.
All right. And I'll take, but they were both 14 on the die for
Not
a
bad.
27.
Very good. It takes you a minute to locate the mechanism, but once you do, it's smooth sailing. You disarm it, the spikes can no longer fire.
Okay. Raka, are you okay, my friend?
Oh, I think I have some spikes in my butt. I don't feel fantastic.
They're like about the thickness of pencils. They're painful.
Yeah.
There's a few you can't reach.
It's just gonna whimper a little bit and just I look at Lydell like, I really don't want to have to ask this, man.
So,
Don't make me ask.
you're doing that in the kind of in the telepathic thing.
No, I
Lytle
will
will.
not. This is like.
I heard. Yeah. So, um, Lionel will try to figure out where they are and using sleight of hand so nobody sees him take them out.
I think they're gonna hear it no matter what.
They may hear it, but they won't realize.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand, and Riker, roll me a Constitution saving throw to keep your whimpers to yourself.
28.
16.
Okay, you yoink the spikes with ease. That's not difficult. They're not barbed on the end. Riker lets a little bit of a whimper out, but not the blood-curdling scream he was wanting to let out. So, victory where it is. Nice job, guys.
He'll try and cover it with a cough and stomping the foot like
Yeah.
Just a teeth grit and just
little tears,
Yep. Just a few.
You'll hear a
Light-
sigh as Roar just
I
goes,
see in here.
Lido will kind of snicker and in his mind tell Riker, my friend, maybe you might want to stop pissing off the gods.
pats Riker on the back. Riker take 11 hit points as Roar uses his healing hands.
Okay. I thought you were like take 11 off. I was like, holy
Yeah, I was
crap,
just saying, dang, we're trying to kill him.
Jesus.
No.
What is he,
Okay,
Mara?
thank you.
Just her handshake is bone crushing. Come on. Awesome.
He's gonna
You guys-
literally audible sigh of relief. And like the puckering will loosen a little bit.
Just a touch.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
I
huh?
have a question.
What's that, Kenji?
Did we look like at the right staircase at all yet, or
Yes,
did we still
that
go
is-
Here? Yeah.
Yes, you
We
did.
started
That's the
that way.
direction you initially went. So you've been
Oh, so that's a big
basically
circle.
everywhere. Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, now that you guys have
Uh,
seen it all, hang on, I can turn off the lighting and make you give it to you all. Daylight mode, dynamic lighting. Can you
Oh.
see?
Oh.
So,
Okay.
at this point, Lidle's just going to come back out here and see what's going on with this statue.
The statue to Bahamut is actually seems to have actually reassembled itself. Utterly silently, clearly miraculously, the glass has reattached itself perfectly to this metal skeleton of this dragon statue. And it's now just as glorious as you imagined it in your head.
So Lytle looks over at everybody and says, I guess we just did everything we were supposed to.
So I'm guessing this isn't something we need to destroy then, huh?
Oh, please don't try to destroy this thing. I would hate to have to find a new friend.
Too bad. It looks so shiny. I just want to poke it with my sword.
Out of here.
Genji.
You may certainly try.
You hear a dagger very slowly slide out of Lytle's sheath.
Genji, do you have rope?
Do I have what?
Rope.
Rope.
Rope. Oh, let me look.
I'm sure y'all all have rope.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You don't, but somebody does.
I
I do.
rope.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
I actually have rope, and I think I have a grappling hook. Maybe I don't. I have rope.
We have that. We have those We have the climbing gear from. That was in
Yeah.
the bag of holding. So, and the
And
immovable
dinner.
rods.
Yes, I was going to say, and the immovable rod. With a little bit of athletics checks, getting up the empty space to the top of the hole again would not be difficult to do. Oh my word,
I was going to say,
we get both
Roar
Genji and Kenji.
can literally stand at the bottom and just yeet people up because he
Yep.
is proficient in athletics.
There you go. And then you can use the immovable rod to climb up yourself. Awesome. Roll me an athletics check for just one main one to get everybody up.
25.
Okay. It may take a time or two on the weaker party members like Red and Ryker, but you do manage to get everybody up to the lip of the hole, and they will, manage to crawl over the lip and out of the burrow from these wolves.
I love
You
how you're
follow.
How he made the hole bigger.
That
Yes.
is true.
What was that, Ken? What was that, Rach?
I said I love how you're proficient in yeeting. That
Yes.
just makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Yeet proficient.
Yeah, he's at athletics. In this case, it is the yeet.
Yes. That's a 5.5 thing. We're slowly introducing bits and pieces of the new D&D version. Awesome. You guys make
I
it out of.
cast yeet.
Yes, I cast yeet. Awesome. You guys make it out of the burrow and out into the woods, and it is I think it's probably about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning at this point, and you guys are exhausted because you traveled all night, and you worked half the night to cleanse this temple, and it has been quite the ordeal.
So if we were to take a short rest before we headed back out, would that help us?
Yes.
We probably need a nap because we can't sleep yet. Otherwise, our sleep is literally going to be screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna struggle bus for sure.
Mhm.
So we'll just call that our random woods that you guys pop out in. You take a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Everybody
need to
do your thing.
do my arcane recovery.
Yep.
As long as it helps us to get closer to the evening,
Yeah.
that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
It's not automatically really health, but I do it myself.
And honestly,
How?
I don't think it did anything for me, but just knowing that we were able to take a short rest is
Yeah. I mean, it's natural, even if it doesn't have any mechanical benefits, to
yeah.
want to take a rest after that.
Yeah.
During his rest, I will say that Lytle will, because he has no clue where Bahamut really sits. He looks up and he says, "Bahamut, I have to say that was so much more invigorating than I would have thought at the end with that dragon coming back. I'm glad I did that." And then he that's it. He I don't think he's even expecting an answer. He just wanted to get it out.
You get the impression of a draconic rumble of pleased laughter over your psyche, even though no one else can hear it. It matters to you.
Yeah.
So by the time you finish your rest, it's probably the lunch hour, and you take some nibbles of your rations before you get up and hit the road again.
On the road again.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Cannot fault Riker his singing. He does indeed have a good road voice.
so at this point, Lyda will look at Kenji and ask, "Do you want to ask him if he wants to take turns, kind of scouting ahead? You scout ahead for a while, and when you come back, and then I'll scout ahead for a while, and I'll come back, kind of thing, so that we don't overuse ourselves and we're not too far away." But so that we
Genji.
can, yeah,
We don't know that there's a Kenji.
Yeah.
Genji,
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Bud boy.
I am
Just Bud boy.
Genji. For all intents and purposes, I am Genji. Sure. That sounds like a very smart idea.
Does the voice sound different at all?
Yeah.
Lyda would notice that.
I rolled a
well,
notice.
let's roll a perception, everybody.
So my 20s perception doesn't.
Before you tell the number, let's see what the DC that the group sets. So I could set the DC, but it's your character and you're playing this game. So what do you think the DC should be, Rach? I assume 20 plus, though.
Yeah. Kyle and I were debating that if we wanted it to be 20 or 25. What do you think, DM?
I think 25 makes sense given how many people in this group are proficient with perception.
And from this point on, I would say to tack on each time the number gets slower and lower. So it starts at 25, and then each reoccurrence, the number decreases. So every time this happens, eventually the group is going to find out.
Makes sense given that,
Kyle.
patterns.
Yeah, Kyle and I were talking about that too. Probably that would probably be how that would work.
Okay. Did anyone roll higher than a 25 or 25 or higher right now?
I did.
I also
What
did.
does-
Right out of 25.
What do
Same here.
Lytle and Red discern in your voice change and your personality flip?
Gosh, I didn't think we'd get this far.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Well, so there would definitely be the accent change. He has less of like a sly, like that kind of personality, and more just like it is what it is kind of thing.
So you have a more pragmatic kind of tone and cadence to your voice, and Genji is a little more suave.
Yes, he is very much more charismatic than Kenji is. I had to
Nice.
think for a second.
It's okay. Awesome. So you two, Red and Lytle, I think it's starting to come together for you pretty clearly.
Kind of thinking this one through. Well, Lytle's first reaction is always to open up communication with Ryker, and he just tells Ryker, I really think we need to keep an eye on our friend Genji. There's just something very, very off. And I don't
Who's
quite
Genji?
have a
Are
complete...
you talking about Mudboy?
Yeah. I don't have a complete idea of what it is yet, but I'll get it.
I didn't even realize his name was Genji. Got it.
Anyway.
Heavens help me.
So I wonder, with all that, would Kenji see that Red and Lytle have gotten some understanding of what's going on?
I don't know. Would I roll something for that, DM?
I didn't. You broke
So
up just a touch.
Would Kenji perceive that Lytle and Red have started to catch on?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys share a moment of pointed glances and squinty eyes, and then a trace of realization over Lytle and Red's faces.
Why are y'all acting weird? Do this thing.
I'll in my head, Liddell, I'll be like, should I do like charm person? Get this person to tell us what's going on? You want to be more subtle than that?
I think we're just gonna let this play out a little bit and see what happens. But definitely, we're gonna want to keep an eye on them.
All right, I can do subtle.
So Lytle looks at Genji and says, "Why don't you go ahead and start us off, my friend?"
Don't mind if I do. So I'm going ahead a little ways to kind of scout everything out. What do I need to roll for that? Which way are we going?
Well, you are going to be. Hang on, I'll pull you up on the big map.
Going east, aren't we?
Uh-huh. Find the old. Where's the full map? There we go.
Ah, there we go. Because we're going to Dressel.
Yes.
Dessel. I will drop kick you into next week.
I think it was one of the former DNs that did it. So
Gonna murder you all. Yeah.
where
let me
are we
find
now?
I gotta find
Where's
the
the hat?
part.
Where's the hat?
I'm working on it. I'm gonna find the hat. I gotta find it in Dessel, but I gotta find which map it was in Dessel first, or Beldrin. Excuse me. Let's see. Copy. Come here. Paste. Boom. Make it a little smaller. Y'all are like right about here.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Right about where I thought we would be.
Yeah.
That's where I was thinking too.
You've still got another 2.5 days scant to get to Dessel.
Oh, what a cute hat.
Because it's a party hat. Get it? For the party.
Yes.
And
Always
it's a
think
birthday
ahead.
hat. And it's a birthday hat because y'all were resurrected.
Woo!
You were
He's always
reborn.
thinking ahead.
It's my own little private joke. Awesome. So I'm
Private.
going to, in the interest of like time, going to just make you guys roll for each day, but not natural disaster, but natural element affects you on your travels. Who would like to roll for today?
Me.
I know this evening we were going to have some conversation around the fire.
Yes,
then-
and we will pause for that.
I want to do some rolling. May I?
All right. Yeah, you haven't rolled for like months. Yes,
Yeah.
you may roll, Rachel.
Okay.
God, I don't. Your dice don't even remember your touch, Rachel.
Which might not be a bad thing.
Right?
Yeah, roll.
Horrible I roll.
Yeah. I was gonna say her dice historically have been very temperamental.
Yeah.
Roll a
okay.
d10, sweetie.
D10. Got it. Okay. Let me find one of those.
I'm sorry, Kepler. I didn't mean to wake you up. I made my dog jerk in her sleep.
6.
Okay, let's see what befalls you. You see some animal tracks. They are bear tracks, but they are a few hours old. So after a little bit of group discussion, you decide to move with a little more care and caution. Who would like to lead the party in like the scouting kind of way? Did you switch off with Lytle, or are you going to continue to lead and scout ahead for this day?
Are you ready to switch out?
Yeah, we were gonna switch on and off, just back and forth. One go out, come back, and then the next one go out, come back. That way we're not taxing ourselves.
Okay. Well.
That
Are
was
we-
Lytle's suggestion at first, but okay. If you think it's still a good idea.
Do you want to take over, or you want me to keep going?
Sure.
This is an even more awkward interaction because since he now knows stuff about you you weren't keen to share, and he knows you're hiding something that you aren't keen to share. So it's just like you want to switch or nah? Just like
Yeah. So he'll head out with his stealth is a 30.
Jeez Louise. Okay.
And he'll head out to start scouting.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that they were told about the bear, so he's gonna try to pick up that bear track, kind of to make sure that
It's going away, not towards you.
yeah.
Yeah. Roll me a
And,
perception.
Okay. And that's a 22.
Okay. You follow these bear tracks for like probably a solid mile. Because of their age, you feel safe enough to distance yourself from the group in doing so, or you wouldn't be doing it. And they lead to the edge of a river, and you can see from where you stand on the bank that there are more tracks in the mud on the other side of the river. So wherever this bear is going, it's nowhere in y'all's direction.
Okay. So he'll head back towards the road.
Okay.
Making sure that everything is okay. Checking for dangers.
Yep.
And also checking because he knows that Rorn is a good hunter. He will also check. He will also kind of be watching to see if he can lead Rorn towards game if they need it.
Okay.
If he ever connects, Warren would telepathically say, "Oh, we did get a goat that still needs to get cooked, so we have at least 2 days of meat."
He's just utilizing these skills that he learned from you.
He's practicing.
He was not really a tracker for game before, but he's followed you twice now and helped you skin things and stuff. And he finds this new skill set kind of fun, so he's gonna keep looking, just in case. Never can have too much food.
True.
And he'll keep in touch with Ryker. So I think the has a, was it 2 miles?
Your mental thing is, I think, 2 miles at this point. Yes.
Yeah. Two of you are within a number of miles of each other equal to your charisma modifier, so for me it would be 2 miles, yes.
Yep.
Okay. So he'll stay within that to make sure that he's in touch with Ryker and as he goes, I mean, he'll take his time. He's not doing this in a hurry. He doesn't want to overtax himself and he doesn't want to rush the group. So
Totally fair. Okay. You
I would like
guys.
to
Yeah.
keep an eye out for a new feather because my old one is a little crispy.
Okay, so if you want to roll a 25 or higher perception check for a naturally occurring feather, you may.
I rolled a natural
Wait.
1.
Would Ryker have
You think it's a white feather? It turns out to be bird crap.
would
So
would Ryker have told Lydell that he is looking for a feather?
Ryker.
No, because this is just me.
Yeah.
I'm bored, so I'm looking for something new. So it's not like super important.
It was quite the explosion of bird poop. It was like, yeah.
Mary Poppins.
Okay.
I love Mary Poppins.
Unless anyone has anything else they want to do during the day, we're going to transition to like nighttime. Okay. You guys make camp, I assume, for the night. Am I correct in that assumption?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because you got to get back on a regular schedule anytime or sometime, right? And if you think you've seen this map before, shut your mouth. No, you haven't. You make camp. You lay out your bedrolls. You start a fire. And you start to, roast up some more goat meat and nibble on some rations, draw water from a nearby creek, and have conversations. Roleplay among yourselves.
Oh, great.
Do the things.
24 cooking survival on the goat.
It's
Just
We're
juicy
having
and
some good goat tonight.
so it's like when you air age a steak and it's got that perfect crisp edge, like perfect crisp render on the outside. You heat a stone from the middle of the creek over the fire and it sears this thing perfectly. You got great meat. I actually recently tried goat for the first time. It is literally identical to like a really nice cow meat to me. It has zero distinguishable difference to me.
So you'd say it wasn't
Or to
bad.
distinguish.
I will hurt you.
Ah,
I will find where you don't like to be hurt, and I will hurt you there.
I'm so
Yes.
scared.
Okay.
Roard will distribute the goat to
Guess what,
each.
guys? Guess what, guys? The next monster is an obelisk. Or
Roard will set
done.
the steaming food in front of everybody.
Quit DMing.
Lydell sits down next to Kenji and starts eating.
I'm listening from. I guess I'm not that far away. I'm just listening right now.
It's chilling like a villain. What's Lytle gonna say?
Yeah.
Lydell's really not quite ready to say anything yet. He's not sure what's going on, and he's kind of waiting to see what Kenji, because he's noticed the uncomfortable looks and stuff from Kenji when they've had reactions. So he's kind of waiting to see what happens now that he's sitting next to him. This is Lydell's passive aggressive way of forcing a conversation without saying a damn thing.
Let's see if Genji even picks up on that. 1 second. Let's.
Well, I will say, Lydell is not trying to hide anything.
What is it he's not hiding specifically?
He is not hiding the fact that he really wants to have a conversation, but is not going to start it. It's pretty much written all over his face, down to sleeves, his demeanor, his walk.
The way he's avoiding eye contact.
Yeah.
For lack of knowing what really to roll, I just rolled a d20, and I'm going to tell you right now, Genji is engrossed in the food. Does not even realize Lydell is sitting next to him. I rolled a 4.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So you are oblivious to Lydell's tacit attempts to pry explanation out of you.
Yes.
You enjoy your food immensely,
Yes.
but it looks like that conversation isn't going to happen tonight,
I
sadly.
just look up for a split second, be like, Rorn, delicious as always.
And then you look over at Lydell, who's like staring daggers into you. What?
You gonna eat? Wait, I look at Lydell. I'm like, you gonna eat that?
Lydell starts eating. Yeah. Yes, I am.
I say, if you ain't gonna eat that, I'll most certainly take that off your hands.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
no, you won't. And
You
you
sure
can
about
you can see him white knuckling that bowl.
You know what? As we're talking, as we're doing this talk, I'm just gonna do a little sleight of hand to see if I can get a spoonful of his or something.
I saw that coming. Roll me a sleight of hand.
So what
At
do I have to roll?
disadvantage because he is literally looking at you.
What do I have to roll?
Roll a competing. What do you have? Perception?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, I could not ask for better dice.
Roll a perception check for me, Lydell.
All right.
I rolled double 15s, so that makes it 28.
Wow. Are
I
you
rolled a 19.
just because I don't know, Genji? Do you roll it with advantage for? What do you roll at advantage for?
You said disadvantage.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Sorry, just kidding.
Yeah.
I
You
right just that fast.
Roll dual
Nope,
15.
you're good.
So
You're good. You're good. Steph is not. Yeah. What was your Lydell?
Was I supposed to roll at disadvantage as well?
No, he's working harder than you are in this scenario.
So it was a 19 on a die plus 10 for 29.
All right, what'd you roll, Genji?
Wait, you said
28. So
29? Oh,
so by
Get-
one, Lytle beats you out.
he just
Oh.
takes a spoon and swats it in my hand, and I just jerk back. I'm like,
He parries your fork with his fork and flips it into the ground at your feet. Like he just threw a dagger down at the ground. And he smiles at
wait,
you.
whose fork did he flick?
Yeah.
He flicked your fork
Aw. I
because
look
you
a
were
little.
reaching. He
And
just
smiles at you with a great big southern smile
yeah.
that says,
He's a
bless
lot
your
older
heart.
than you two.
I just kind of side eye, and I'm like, touche. Lift the bowl, and I just start drinking.
Awesome. Roran, do you have anything you want to do other than cook goat?
At this point, no. Roran is kind of keeping to himself, and at this point in time, he's respecting everybody's game face, as it were. No one has piqued his curiosity or his interest enough, and he is respecting Red to not pry into his personal business, as he is the only other person of the party that he has vested interest in.
Riker's just gonna blurt out, like, after some uncomfortable silence. Does anybody remember how they died yet? Because I, for the life of me, can't remember. Any of you guys?
Lytle says, no, I can't say as I do.
No, but there's
I
a
bet you,
blade
Lytle,
somewhere
I
next to
bet
my.
you went first.
Did they know that they don't know that I know?
Oh.
No. They knew you passed out. I think you shared No, I think you
Snippets.
shared some snippets of what you remembered from your death scene and that Kalimvor imparted that to you.
Did he?
But
Okay.
you did not share any major personal
You
points,
kept the
Red.
vampire part to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blank for me too. I don't even remember where I was when I died, let alone how.
I have an assumption in that what feels like a blade is currently still embedded next to my sternum. For some reason, kind of kindly, but just pointedly, kind of looks at Red each time your juiced magic has flared. It reacts to it.
It stirs.
It
That's a lead.
tingles.
That's a lead.
I'm sorry, Winky.
wanna, like-
Does it hurt you, or are you just feeling emotional about it?
Did you just call him Winky?
Wingy.
Yes. Now, actually, that's a good point. And we've established it's uncomfortable, but is it painful the two times that it has happened, DM?
It's a piece of metal lodged in your chest. What do you think it feels like?
I will be right
Well,
back.
you can't.
A simple
You can't
yes
really-
would have done.
Yes, it is going to be painful, but painful is relative to you. Because
Yeah,
you
I was
are...
gonna say. Roran's he's a fighter. Pain is. He'll kind of place a hand on sternum of. It's uncomfortable, and it's a piece of metal embedded within me. So, point standing. But how and who? That's still.
We like maybe look at it. I mean, if you got a freaking sword in your chest, I think that'd be something you want to be looked at, man.
There is no entry wound or exit wound present, but it remains. Until his tingle magic occurred, I did not even know it was there.
Interesting. Like a full blade, just like, or if it got broken off in your chest or something, man, that's a impressive feat, getting a sword broken off in your chest. But
Y'all are jumping to an awful lot of conclusions.
yep, that's what teenagers do.
He's not wrong.
Since I'll say, since nobody seems to know how they died, does anybody know what's the last thing everybody remembers before they woke up? Just out of curiosity, if anybody's willing to share.
That's a roll. If DM even would allow that.
Yeah, so I've made precedent for that, wherein you've collaborated on approximately when you died based on your last memories, and that's how we established the timeline that I sent you a while ago.
Well, we've had this conversation then.
Not explicitly. Let me figure out how I want to phrase this. You don't remember if there were some of you who knew you were walking to die, you don't remember that walk. You might remember waking up that morning, eating breakfast, going about your jobs, your day, your lives, but you would not remember from that moment. If it was a surprise death to you, you don't remember the moment of surprise. The last mundane
Adele and
memories
I were
you have.
Adele and I were just traveling like normal. We're off to go do something, but I don't remember what.
Probably something honorable and worthwhile.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You probably. Yeah,
Totally.
sure. Uh-huh. Adele, I want to. If we remember, 10 gold, you went first.
I don't know. The way you've been taking off the gods, I'm just wondering if maybe you didn't go first.
Pretty sure the gods didn't kill me, because I don't think they'd bring me back if they the ones that. Oh.
Although for Azuth at this point it would be catharsis.
He's the one that brought me back. Like, I mean, that's on him.
Technically, Calibre brought you back, as Azuth just took custody of you.
That was a bad choice.
He wasn't
It was the
given
one.
one.
Not really.
Sounds like a personal
The choices for the number and type of people who could be resurrected for this purpose was limited. As I have mentioned before in Kalimvor's talk with Red, you guys needed to be geographically in the same crypt so you could be raised and know each other immediately. You had to have some stake in the game. You had to have some skin in it. And you all have some innate tie to this world. I think that was the 3 criteria. I'd have to look it up again.
Lucky me. Lucky me. Telling you, I
do
make my
not.
own luck.
I have no recollection of even my last day. Genji. Or Genji. Mostly because I don't know where in my timeline it would have happened, considering, and I can't go into that. So I'm not even going to make assumptions.
You do an effective job at blocking certain memories.
It's all behind the door.
Yep. Every now and then you just hear a little tap tap on that door.
Oh no, it's not tap tap. It sounds like a tap tap, but that door is like 20 feet thick. So if it's a tap tap, it means the force behind it is
significant.
A boom boom.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but it's been a very long day, so I'm gonna do some studying and then I'm going to bed. So nighty night.
I will take first watch as normal.
And I will take second.
Actually, I say, Lorne, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind taking first watch tonight.
A good leader always takes the first watch.
Please, I insist. You have made such a fabulous meal. You deserve a rest.
And who made you leader? Excuse me. I thought we were a democracy here.
Democracy has not been invented yet.
Thought we were a republic here.
Right.
We are a small group of
I
misfits.
thought we were equals here. We were all equally dead, so we should be equals.
Well, I say, Ryder, we are all equal, but in times of someone taking point, who's been the one taking point? By my recollection, that's Mr. Rourn here.
That's nice.
Leader does not always mean spokesperson, but I have led before. I have led to war before. A good
He's a
leader.
meat shield. Of course he goes first. No offense. But just because you have a meat shield doesn't mean he's leader. Like,
Well,
they go
personally,
forward because you're a meat shield.
I mean, personally, I don't care who nominates as leader versus who nominates as non-leader. I'm just suggesting that I take first watch tonight. Like I said, Bjorn, you make such wonderful meals all the time. You deserve a break. So
You
I'm
take the
afraid
brunt of every battle we engage
I'm
in.
going to insist
I want
on.
to do an inside check. I want to do an inside check on Genji. That's
You may.
super sus.
Yeah, you think.
Tingles.
I'll jump in on that because this is the first time that Genji has done this, and Roran, up to this point, no one's challenged him for first watch.
And
An 11.
Lyda will
18.
make one as well.
All right. 11 doesn't do it.
I
Wait a minute,
don't
which
know.
one are we?
DM, I don't know what you want me to roll. Genji's trying to be honest for once.
Time out, Genji. What'd you roll, Lytle?
Well, what are we supposed to be rolling for again?
To insight check
Insight.
Genji for his if he's being nefarious or not in wanting to take first watch.
19.
All right. And now, Genji, what did you roll? Are you trying? Roll me a deception or a persuasion check. Your choice. Don't tell me which.
Persuasion and deception. Okay. All right.
Tell me what you roll, but don't tell me
Oh,
which.
that's 23.
Okay. And you're telling the you are you're coming across as very honest right now to this group. It occurs to you that Genji has not really been pulling a lot of weight lately. This might be his attempt to balance the scales of labor in the party, so to speak.
Very well, you have convinced me.
Thank you, sir.
That means you will wake me at the conclusion of your watch with a full report.
I say can do, sir.
Full report in triplicate.
Lyda looks over at Roran and says, my friend, second watch is mine.
Roran just stops and just looks at Ryker
You can only
or Lydell.
You can only expect a man of Roran's backbone and like rigorous, rigid mannerisms to change so much in one night.
Yeah.
That's going to be
rolling?
a 18 intimidation just to say, without saying, just like, no.
You just caught your eyes at him, and yeah. Roll you. What would that be, DMs?
Counter intimidation, I would say.
Insight?
No, because you're trying to counter that.
So if you're trying to counter an intimidation, you would either be persuading that person, or you would be intimidating them back.
I think persuasion makes more sense. Yeah.
He's not trying to intimidate back, but he doesn't want to be intimidated either.
You're persuading him of your sincerity.
Yeah, so that is a 16 on the dice plus 6 is a 22.
And what'd you roll again,
You're not
Roy?
intimidated. He's not intimidated, but he's not going to back down.
Got it.
Intimidation was
so Lytle will look over at him and say, "However, my friend, there is no reason that we cannot share second watch."
fair.
Because I think Lytle would have realized he might have been pushing it a little.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
That's a
really
nice.
want to do that. But this is his watch. I mean, he's just gotten used to it. So
That's a nice gesture and a nice half measure.
yeah.
Okay. And who
Gosh,
wants to take third?
who would have thought that trying to decide watch was going to be so?
Well, someone threw a wrench. Someone threw a wrench in things, Genji. Um,
Yeah.
Forgive Genji for trying to be like generous for once. Gosh.
yeah, right, right. Who wants to take third?
Should Genji volunteer for a secondary watch throughout the night?
No, because you're not going to get a
No,
long rest if you do.
correct.
It's either red or it's well, I guess we're going to be waking. I guess
The
Riker's
princess.
going to get a. I think the princess is going to get a surprise. Congratulations, your third watch. when Lyta wakes him.
This could be fun.
All right, roll me a perception check. First watches.
While they're doing that, Riker's going to stay up a little longer. He's going to do identify on those potions.
All
And I
right.
want to do a little bit of work on my spells.
Okay.
I know I'm tired, so I could roll those with disadvantage if you would want that.
I think that makes sense given the context. You've been up over 24 hours.
That is a dirty 20.
Right. You watch the sparks dance above the fire. Occasionally add a piece of wood to it to keep it burning bright. You hear the snores of your companions, and you watch the stars spin in the sky. Nothing happens. Your watch passes uneventfully.
I wake up Rorn. I do not wake up Lytle.
Rowan, roll me your
Rowan will
watch.
Rowan will first go and gently wake up Lytle.
Lytle will get up.
Hopefully you do better at perception than Rorn.
17 plus 10, 27.
And Rorn had a 8.
Okay.
We'll
So-
chalk that to the different schedule.
Rorn, you, having confessed that you led men to war in an outburst of insistence earlier that night, you're kind of a little bit distracted, and although you don't show it at all, uncharacteristically emotional. You find yourself dialing in on like a lonely little termite on the wooden bench, the log that you sit on. And Lytle, you don't really notice anything in the evening to do with your watch, but you do notice that your friend, even as quiet as he is uncharacteristically so quiet tonight.
So I would say that before, just because of the way Lytle is, he doesn't really. How do I explain it? He doesn't associate with people in the ways of having compassion for them and stuff like that. That's just not a Lytle thing. However, he has compassion for situations, and when he sees somebody who may not be where they should be, he is more than apt to speak up and try to at least be there for that person. Whether he's going to actually listen or not is secondary. He just knows that that's a way to help other people, and he's always trying to help. He doesn't really care if it works or not.
Mm.
So he will probably go over and after making sure everything is good and we're close to the end of our watch and nothing's happened, he would probably sit across from Rorn and just speak. Uh, uh, Big man, my friend there. You seem to be maybe a little distant or a little off tonight. Did my sharing of the watch with you affect you that much?
Not intentionally.
Then I must say from the deepest parts of me, I'm very sorry. I did not intend to offend you. It is just that, like you, I am a man of systems. I do things a certain way. And when that is changed, that is very hard to work on and be around. I'm assuming it is the same with you.
To a degree. I concur.
Feel like the two of us are able to keep watch on the most dangerous part of the night the best, I will say. With your strength and your ability to lead battle and your ability to make quick decisions, and with my skill sets, my specific skill sets, I don't think it was a bad thing that we shared the most dangerous part of the evening at watch.
You were familiar with danger before. To an extent.
Yes, I was. It seemed to be my life, and then when Ryker and I became closer friends, it seemed to be our life. It always followed us. Sometimes I looked for it. Sometimes it just found me. But with what I do, danger is always there. There's never a time that it's not there. So I try to protect my friend Ryker as much as I can. And I let him feel like he's protecting me the most, because he is my friend. But trust me, anything ever happened to him, and what would come out of me would make you look like a tame person. And I will say, he is not saying that to be intimidating or anything. He's
Oh, Roran doesn't
sharing.
take it like that, and he chuckles like a low laugh and just.
This is the
That is
first
a
time
little.
you've heard. This is the first time you heard Roran ever laugh,
Yeah.
and it's a little like hearing a lion growl in the bushes.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No,
No, not a fan.
0 stars.
Cheers.
I do not doubt that. Do not take what I just did as me mocking you.
You don't seem like the type of person who would mock somebody else.
Well,
I can think of more than one thing in your backstory that was a mockery of the gods.
I'm just thinking of what Lydell's seen.
I'm
Of him.
talking about
Yeah.
Roran's backstory.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I'm unfortunately, or fortunately, a little bit of smile. Someone has to do the last watch, and I'm going to be generous and let you wake them, much as I would appreciate doing it.
Lytle. Lytle with a big, big smile on his face. Just thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. And he looks over
Ryker
at
is
Ryker.
Ryker is laid out against the rock. He's got his spell book is open. He's got
Mm-hmm.
a pen in one hand. His book is open. He's got ink dribbling. Down his leg.
So, 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 Lytle looks over and connects telepathically and screams at Ryker. Oh my gosh, it's here! So nobody can hear it, nobody can see it. But
Just
that's
Ryker.
what.
Wait, what did you yell? What did you yell?
Oh my gosh, it's here!
He's gonna wake up and he's gonna cast a 6th level major image of. Actually, no. He's gonna do. Yeah, no. What is he gonna do? Yeah, I guess major image. Um, and so he's gonna cast. I don't like blowing it, but if you're gonna wake him up like that, he wakes up and he makes this cast, and so major image. Hold on, I gotta.
That has sound and smell.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right.
Rory, hey,
Um,
this is entirely Lytle's
Yeah.
choice on the waking.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't want to. He didn't want to cast like firebolt or something stupid. Yeah.
If fireball is his literal knee-jerk reaction, I'm gonna let that ride.
oh, he's gonna do major image.
Or major image, sorry.
And DM, if you will you allow me to change it a little bit? It has one object, but can I change it to, instead of it one being one specific, can I change it to a entire murder of crows?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So, like, he wakes up and from his hands come hundreds and hundreds of crows that just come at you. And like you just
Their cacophonous sound is enough to wake the entire party. Yeah.
and they come out over you and they spiral around until they form the image of like a single crow with its wings outspread. And you look down and Ryker is not there. I roll stealth. I rolled a 3, but my stealth is, so it's like a 10, so it's not great. But you catch like the foot as he's like rolling around behind the stone, undercover. And you look over, you turn around, you see him. He's got his knife in one hand, and he's like waking up, like to process what happened. He's like, "What's here? Wait, what? Where am I? What? What?"
Lytle out loud. I mean, he's laughing at this point, and
Yeah.
and he looks over at him and he says, "Ryker, it's your turn to watch."
I know. There are easier ways to do that. I could have burnt you to a cinder. You're lucky I was having a nasty dream.
He has evasion.
I know you don't like being touched.
Next
As
time,
you walk,
Next time, just don't. He puts
Throw a
that. He
rock at him or something.
gathers his stuff, and he's gonna go full on sulk, like full on like 18, like 19-year-old sulk, like.
So nothing out of the ordinary from what we've seen.
Nothing different.
No, he intentionally turns up the emo. He tries to crank that dial to 11.
When the crows
You
came
do-
out, it would have startled Genji to the point where he just like jumps in the bush in an attempt to hide to get a sense of what's going on. Once he realizes what's going on, he's just going to wander out of the bush and back to his sleeping bag and shoot Lytle a glare. Not intimidation, just a glare. Just like I'll get you back. I know it wasn't intended for me, but I'll get you back.
Do you stay? Riker, you probably feel just a little bit as you go up on the rock. You feel a little bit like a vibration for about a minute, and then it kind of dissipates.
What vibration?
Oh, you wouldn't know Roran's,
Oh. Yeah.
but it's just shaking the ground. You just can't hear it.
Hey, probably just like that's probably just his like everything's tingling from the adrenaline.
So as a last act, while Lytle casually goes to his bags, he looks over and he says, "Ryker, I truly am sorry. You're right. That was pretty petty of me. Have a good
I'm
one."
just glad I didn't fry you. Although next time I might do it on purpose.
Lytle
And
chuckles.
I'll have a little bit of fried ladelle.
Lytle chuckles.
For y'all.
Oh my word.
Just keep us safe now. There, Ryker. Just keep us safe. He lays down.
Third watch is you, Riker, yeah?
I guess.
Alright.
It is now.
Yeah. I need to actually back up just a touch. So, as you were falling asleep, Riker, initially, as you drifted away, the words that Azuth spoke on that astral rock garden's edge float to the front of your mind. You do know you stole it, yes? He had addressed you in that remarkably even tone. The power you wield, though irrevocably yours now, was not yours to take. There are consequences for what you did, especially from me. Have you anything to say for yourself? And he had dangled your soul over the starry abyss. I will consult with my mistress over how you might pay recompense. In the meantime, you are to use what you've stolen in the aid of your party. We will commune again soon. And you have this sensation of dropping. It's almost as if you're experiencing it again. In the here and the now, you feel a familiar lurch in your gut as dream, memory, and wakefulness collide. Except when you open your eyes, you aren't in your bedroll. A huge glass-domed atrium illuminates with an otherworldly light. Great golden telescopes follow the rotation of heavenly bodies outside the glass. Gyroscopes wind and unwind, planetary models orbit, alchemical devices spit steam and puff colored fire and smoke. Underneath the scientific and magical implements, some of which you don't even have names for, are lush rugs, finely polished wood, and golden metallic accents. There is one difference, though, from a normal place. This entire space, from door frames to rooms unknown to the size of the instruments, are oversized. And floating cross-legged in the midst of this activity, at around your height, and reading a long, coiling scroll in one hand, is Azuth, who is himself oversized. He looks up at you, seemingly as you seemingly appear in front of him. "Hello, little bird," he says with an air of mild disapproval, as though gearing up to discuss consequences with a tantrum-prone child. "It has come to my mistress's attention you are attempting to create your own spells. By what reason or right do you think you have to deviate from the path of established magic?"
Because established magic, sir, says with half an eye roll. Hidden, of course, uh, not super obvious, but just somebody
Yes,
else making it up. I don't see why me making it up changes established magic. I'm taking what I know and using it more efficiently, better than what others have or or have thought of. I'm, just because some old codgers, no offense, uh, think that they have it all figured out doesn't mean that there's not new things to try, new ways to do things. Sometimes, people they get stuck in their old ways. I want to stretch out, do new, do better things.
he twitches an eye when you mention old codgers, but doesn't respond. "Such privilege is not granted often. Only a handful of times in the last century. All but one of the privileged are dead."
Well, I got brought back to do specific things, right? So let me do it better.
"The bestowing of such power is a thing earned, granted to trusted stewards of the courageous application of controlled magic. What have you done to be counted as such?"
Same thing as every other mage at my age.
"It's nearly a moot point. In the same way the highest forms of magic are granted by the petitioning of Mistress Grace, so too are new spells. A spell is a framework, a vessel into which she pours the weave. It is up to you to make a vessel that does not leak. Be prepared to fail should it be deemed unworthy."
Not gonna fail. Good.
He does grant you a patronizing smile at that moment. "There is a barrier to your spell's eventual possible completion. Since the netstones were raised and Moira whipped up godlessness across the continent, holy sites have been desecrated, vandalized, destroyed, and forgotten. As such, a place sacred to Mistra to complete the ritual petition for spells of the 9th level is impossible. Addressing this deficiency has been granted to me. When I have need of you to enact my decision, I will visit you again." Ryker, you have heard from other aspiring mages of this ritual. This is some world lore, so take note. A mage seeking the highest iteration of power that Mistra grants this generation petitions her in a sacred place, usually a temple, with the spell or spells they wish to have access to. But 9th level spells are deeply dangerous in the wrong hands. If she views a mage as a threat to the balance of good and evil, or the integrity of magic itself, Mistra will often not grant a mage's first pick of spells, and rarely, if ever, more than one. Mistress Mistra is still pondering your penitent task. Rest assured, when she comes to a conclusion, you will be made aware, little bird. Got anything you want to add? Sassafras?
Yeah, he kicks the ground and looks and he says, "Look, I just want to clear the record. I know that some big terrible thing, but I want it clear. I did not steal my gifts. I earned it fair and square. I'm the one that learned it. I'm the one who did the studying. I did not steal my gifts."
He makes a motion like this, and the spell book you keep in a holster under your arm flies out and lands in his hand. Ryker Tor is inscribed across the front.
Saying I didn't steal my gifts. I didn't say anything else.
He flicks his hand, it goes back into the holster. Like I said, there are consequences. We will talk again soon.
Looking forward to that.
You wake up to Lydell's mental scream in your head of faux alarm. And as if to prove Azuth's point, you have an uncontrolled surge of magic in the form of that murder of crows. It's not just the fact that you got messed with by a friend that makes you sulk. It's that literally seconds after he made that declaration that you were young and naive and unpracticed and uncontrolled, that you proved him right. And you take your watch and you sulk about it.
I do.
Roll me a
Very.
Roll me your perception check, or did you already and I just forgot?
No. Do you want me to do it? Just vanish as a sulking sword?
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, that is a 6.
In typical Riker and young man fashion, you are muttering under your breath periodically and like rehashing the argument and what you would have said if
Yep.
you were like bolder in that moment. You don't notice anything out of the out of the ordinary, and thankfully nothing jumps out of the bushes to snag you or your friends because you would not have had forewarning. Your watch passes uneventfully and rather quickly, given that you are fantasizing about how you would mouth off to a god in person. You wake up.
And
You guys.
have one more thing.
Yeah.
Um, and Lydell is starting to stir,
Yeah.
starting to wake up. I want to cast
Yeah.
minor image, and I
Uh-huh.
just want the ugliest, scariest monster thing
Grim
that we have encountered
gremlin.
so far. Yeah,
Okay.
just like blood and gut, like blood oozing, like teeth right here. And I want to be this close to his face when he wakes up.
Are you gonna minor illusion, you said?
Yep.
Okay, I think with that level of spell, I'm not gonna let you make a full body apparition of something, but the head of the Death Knight that did put him almost back in the grave would probably be enough.
Oh yeah. And I want it to be like half like Death Knight, but other half like skull with like
Oh yeah, all messed
skin.
up. Yeah. As grotesque as you can imagine it, you make it.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now, that level of detail is not usually afforded to that particular spell, but I will allow it for flavor now, okay? Lytle, roll me and unmute yourself. Roll me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage to
Okay.
not be startled. Don't die.
13.
Yeah,
I'm startled.
it scares you quite a bit.
So Lytle, that does scare Lytle, yeah. And when he gets up, he uses Mary Poppins on his pants because we can't let everybody see that.
Nope, nope,
Um,
nope.
and just looks over at Lytle with a smile on his face. I guess I kind of deserve that, didn't I, my friend?
Just flash him like our, cool sign.
Yeah.
That usually we do after a fight. And we
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
usually flash each other a sign that, like, hey, you're good, I'm good. And he just
Right.
flashes back and let them know that, all right, we're even, we're good.
He flashes it
Aw,
back, kind of chuckling to himself as he puts his stuff away,
y'all
thinking
are
to himself, "Yeah,
precious.
I definitely deserve that one."
Y'all are hilarious. Again, mind your business.
Yeah.
There we go.
Before we
Turn
leave,
off. Yeah.
Roran is going to, I guess, with survival of 21,
Yeah.
remove evidence of the campfire.
Okay. You, to the best of your knowledge, think that you have erased this campfire's traces.
He'll out loud, if what Red said with regards to the crypt is true, there is probably something already hunting us a few days back. We probably need to be much more careful and deliberate as we move.
With this crew, best of luck.
I say, Master Ron, what do you think is hunting us?
Knowing the Empress has an imagination, so who knows? He says rather cryptically.
Genji just shrugs off like, meh, let them come, no big deal.
Lytle looks over at everybody and says, "I kind of have an idea. So there's two of us that can sneak through these woods like they weren't even here. I say, Kenji, if you up to it, why don't you scout behind us a little to make sure that nothing is coming, and I will scout ahead to make sure we're not running into anything. And we just keep coming back. That way nothing catches us by surprise. What do you think?"
I say, sounds like a good plan. You want to have a little wager, make a little competition of it?
Now, my friend, what could we be competing about? I'm going ahead and you're going behind.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. And if we encounter someone or something, first one to get spotted loses.
First one to get spotted. Well, now how do I know if you get spotted?
Well, I think that would speak for itself, considering certain dangers coming to the group from
Well,
either direction. Because either way, we got to report back.
my friend, I tell you what, I got 20 gold pieces that says that I win this one.
Oh, 20. Oh, now, Lytle, I say, let's not be cheap about this. I say 50.
Are you having this conversation by yourselves or with the group?
We're in the midst of the group talking. So Lido will pull out 50 gold pieces and hand it to Rorn. Would you hold my bet?
I pull out 50 of my own gold pieces and I say, and I'll add it to the bag that you hand Rorn. Hand out my hand for a handshake. I do believe we have a wager.
He shakes his hand. He says, I do believe so. We do.
May the
And
best
gold
road
added.
win.
And Lionel looks at him and with a smile and says, yes, I will.
Someone's confident. Don't let that confidence drag you down, boy.
Oh man. Because Lytle's canonically like 40-something years old, and by
Lionel's
comparison,
55.
yeah, sorry, I got you confused. By comparison, Genji is an impudent little upstart who
Oh,
is
yeah. Genji is also a renowned thief who's known for stealth, whereas a backwater hillbilly nobody like Lytle ain't got a candle to him.
Yeah, except
so he
Lytle's
thinks.
whole profession is stealth.
Says you. I'll show you the bag. I'll show you the meaning of stealth.
Okay.
Oh my word. I'm gonna have to let y'all off the leash one day real soon.
Do it.
Okay. So you guys take turns, I take it, scouting ahead?
I'm
No,
scouting
he's
behind.
scouting behind. I'm scouting ahead.
Okay. Roll
For
me
now,
your
we might switch it up.
roll me your respective stealth checks, please.
Okay. At advantage or disadvantage?
It's daytime, you're rested. Do it normal.
Okay.
30.
By the way, you all took a long rest.
Okay. This is not right because I got a 30 as well.
Oh,
Ooh.
roll off.
Oh.
You don't know. No. You don't know. You're doing separate.
You're right. We don't know.
This is a long-standing bet.
I know, right? First one to get caught.
Doesn't matter if
Ooh.
it's today or a week from now.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It's a long standing, so.
Ooh, that's good though. That is juicy.
Fun.
This might outdo your cooking. Just saying. That's player speech, not character.
Awesome. You guys scout ahead and behind. Sorry. Genji, you don't notice anybody or anything following you. And you're very confident of that. You actually sit and wait and listen to the sounds of the woods around you. You don't detect anything. And Lytle, as you scout ahead, I got that right. You see as you guys approach, I'm gonna pull up the big map again. As you guys come a little further in your journey, you notice that you are on the edge of one of those desolate zones. And they're the zones that make Lytle supremely uncomfortable in a way that he has not yet voiced. The desolation of seeing every green thing removed, every living thing absent, is unnerving. It's almost as if the very presence of death, of nothing, sits over this land. Lytle, do you have a reaction to being in the presence of this sort of...
Well, after the last one, he it doesn't hit him like the last one did. So it's not that shocking.
Yeah,
But now he's starting to realize that this seems to be more common than he would have assumed. I mean, he only knew of one, and that was his place, his village,
Mm.
over the last 55 years that he was alive. And
Yeah.
now all of a sudden, he's found two more. I will say that he will try to go south and stay in the greenery, and go around it if possible, while watching out through the desolation, just as a way to make sure that there's no like ambushes or anything set up for the desolations, because he doesn't quite know about how that would work yet.
That's fair. Um, you do have to like skirt in a little bit just as the road runs, but you're only in it and you lead the group through it afterwards for about an hour or two. And then as with a collective sigh of relief, you move out of that space and back into normal nature again.
Okay.
And you all have never been more grateful to hear birds and see squirrels and see blades of grass wave in the breeze. You travel uneventfully the rest of the day, so you get to about here, and you estimate it'll take you about another day's full travel to get to Dessel proper. Um, does anyone have anything they wish to do that night?
Or
All right,
spell
Ryker,
work.
roll me your stuff and send it, please. Hopefully roll better this time.
Right.
Do better, Jesse. Anyone else have anything they want to do? Okay. You guys sit around the fire that night and kind of compare notes about Dessel. And I will end tonight with like a touch of a monologue just so that I can give you a frame of reference for what the city is you're walking into. Dessel has long been the pride of the region it resides in, resplendently adorned with lofty cut stone pillars holding up peaked arches and imposingly tall buildings, all dark and shiny from the consistent rain. It's one of the most diverse cities on the continent, boasting a melting pot of many different cultures, from the ubiquitous humans and dwarves and elves to the more exotic dragonborn, gnome, halfling, and even the occasional civilized Goliath. Merchants from the cities of Jarrodin and Kedra, further east, typically land here first on their caravanning trips out west, to rest and recoup after the long journey before dispersing to the surrounding towns and villages with their wares. As such, naturally, Dessel enjoys a sort of first dibs on goods from the other side of the continent, making the social currency of the city the uniqueness and rarity of an object rather than its cost. While the general fashion is demure and monochromatic, wealthy and poor alike enjoy a few meaningful accessories with artisanal taste. It is a common follow up to a greeting to inquire about the other party's most obvious adornment, and to politely and positively comment on the subsequent tale of its acquisition. In the wake of the Empress's reign, much has changed in the city. The demands on the population for that horrible initial decimation sent the city into a chaotic reel, scrabbling for criminals and strangers to give up. When they fell short of the required number, a new tradition was born out of desperation to give the innocent a chance to win their freedom: tithe selection by combat. To this day, who is sent as the city's tithe is decided based on martial or magical prowess, in a sort of gladiatorial style fight, where the losers are delivered to the Black Keep on their own feet or in a coffin. It is due to their willingness to bend the knee to the Empress in that initial stage of the domination that fewer undead walk the streets of Dessel than in other populations. While the appreciation in the city for unique accessories remains, it is now overshadowed by a more succinct query, Kasha Va'ul, which translates roughly to regale me in a mashup of languages, implying that one wishes to know about the other's most interesting scar. Dessel is one of the few places where one can earn a permanent respite from the tithe by becoming a friend of the city, where, by facing monsters and winning, they are magically tattooed with an identifying mark that excludes them from future tithes, brings them great standing, and allows them to leave the shores of the unholy territories and return if one is stupid.
Mhm.
And I think that's a good place to end off tonight. I will send that whole spiel in the document that you guys are managing. Jesse, if you would please bump that document link in the group chat just so everyone has access to it. And you're doing such a great job keeping the notes. I do so appreciate you being our lore guy.
So,
And in a searchable format, no less. That's fantastic. Yes, Lydell.
is it worth noting that this is the city that Lytle grew up in?
You grew up in the pre-war version of it. But yeah,
but
it was
this is the
most
city.
yes.
Yeah. So Lytle has this sense of coming, whether or not it's real or not, of coming home.
Mm.
Maybe I would think.
You are the one who's providing all of the information about the pre-war version of it, but the younger party members, or perhaps the more informed ones, are providing with the post-war changes.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing what's happened to your city is both deeply saddening and a little bit thrilling. You wonder what awaits you in this city, and you wonder what task will be bestowed on you to earn the Friend of Dessel badge of honor. We are the Holy Rollers. We're so grateful to have you guys along for this ride. You should be tuning in for the next few episodes because I've got plans for these people. There's going to be a lot of combat, going to be a little bit of city intrigue, and maybe they can hunt down that noble dressed elf who has that tuning fork that can help them get that net stone taken down. God bless you all. Have an excellent rest of your night. We'll see you next week. Bye.